Yung botohan po, attorney, a lot are saying no, na the 1987 Charter did not provide specifics when it comes to, yun nga, yung botohan, dapat ba joint yung both houses of
No, wait, just a
Congress.
minute. We're talking about now the People's Initiative.
Yes, yes, attorney.
Okay.
What are your thoughts,
Number
no?
one.
When you guys were framing the 1987 Constitution, ano po yung totoong inisip ninyo, yung original thought ninyo around the People's Initiative? How, ideally, no, how was it supposed to proceed? At paano yung galawan
The
nun?
People's Initiative was discussed a lot. And we came down to the conclusion that it should be limited to amendments because it would be too complicated to say, revisions, big revisions, or changing a constitution and literally changing the constitution. So just limited to amendments. But there's one thing you should know about People's Initiative. If you read the decisions of the Supreme Court in 1997, in the case of Santiago, and in 2009, in the case of Lambino, the Supreme Court pointed out that there is no law on the implementation of People's Initiative. So, it will not work anyway, correct? Now, on the second reason is I think that if it is put into amendments na voting jointly, that disempowers the Senate. And Senate President Subiri talked about that already. That is a revision and not an amendment. So for the two reasons, one is that in the first place, there's no law implementing it, and Congress was advised by the Supreme Court to enact a law, and Congress did not. Just like they have forgotten to pass an anti-dynasty law. That's very important to our people. Di ba?
Attorney, ano pong difference ng amendment
it will
sa
not
revision?
prosper, that People's Initiative anyway. It will not prosper.
Ano pong difference nun? Para lang po sa mga hindi masyadong familiar with the law, ano po yung difference ng amendment sa revision?
Well, it depends. Sabi ng Supreme Court dun sa Lambino case, na when it is a basic principle in the design of the Constitution, it's a revision. Now, when you disempower the Senate, kasi sa ating law, yung system of checks and balances is not only about the three big departments of government. It's also within the legislature. That's why there are two separate bodies there, the Senate and the House. And they have different functions, they have the accountabilities and so on. Tapos, you cannot disempower the Senate. It violates the system of checks and balances within the executive, which is part of the design of the Constitution.